Your man of the hour, I already messed it up. Friends, hey, hi, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the show. What's been going on? This is Rad Chaser, your bionic commando in Orlando, the man of the hour, reads Nintendo Power, and the gamer who should come with a disclaimer. How's the life? My brother, who calls himself the son of Rad Chaser for some reason, has taken it upon himself to go out and chase solo.
Well, Rad Chaser couldn't be asked to get out of bed for this one, so Son of Chaser's gonna pick up the slack here and go out on the hunt.
He does live in a different town, so I cannot fault him. Am I jealous? A little bit, because I love a nice chase. As you've seen, he went and checked out a place called the Feedstore Antique and Collectibles Mall. Now, that is a mouthful. It seems like they've got a little bit of everything in there, though. From what I've seen, they've got vinyl records, they've got comics, they got Pokemon cards, etc. They've got bibs and bobs, knickknacks, etc., tchotchkes, what have you, comic books, hobby supplies, and it looks like they had a few video games. Just think of the Son of Chaser as our correspondent in the field. I'm back here at home base, holding it down, keeping all the games, and he's out in the world, chasing. And if we've learned anything, it's to always be chasing. Let's see what he's up to. Take it away, Son of Chaser.
What is up, my beautiful chasers? It is me, the son of Rad Chaser, the family man with a family computer, the arcade crusader, the impresario of all things Mario. And I'm here today, unfortunately, to make you feel old.
Feedstore Antique and Collectibles Mall. Something for everyone. Think so?
One of the first things I noticed was there was a bunch of Lego. A lot of Lego figures. My boy Scott, who's a reseller, he deals primarily in Lego, so he would be loving this place.
All sorts of stuff here. Look at this. We got vinyl. Early Beatles Japan release. Vinyl accessories. This place is awesome. Smile, you're on camera.
Now, in addition to chasing down video games, the son of Rad Chaser also chases down vinyl records, just like his old man. Weird, I guess it just runs in the family. Looks like they had a little selection of records and accessories, sleeves, etc., so I'm sure he was loving that.
All right, chasers, so today we went to the Feedstore Antique and Collectibles in Ellenton, Florida today. And man, this place had a lot of hidden treasures. I'm talking Legos, I'm talking comics, I'm talking vinyl records and accessories, trading cards, action figures, VHS and Laserdisc. This place was incredible, not to mention every other thing that you could possibly think to find in the back of your granny's house.
I also saw an assortment of Star Wars figures, mostly newer age ones. Didn't see any vintage figures, but looked pretty cool nonetheless.
Can't believe what kind of stuff is in here. This place is huge and it just keeps going on.
This place is definitely giving Lakeland Antique Mall vibes, in the sense of there's a lot of booths, there's a lot of different vendors. I'm guessing they're not always there, but they have their wares for sale, and then what you do is you grab what you will and you pay for it, and then it gets documented up front. The vendors get paid at some point afterward. You're gonna get a lot of different stuff. It's gonna be a mishmash, a hodgepodge, a melange of stuff. Some of this brand of stuff is just, it's not for me. It's probably not for the Son of Chaser either. It's what we might just call junk.
Steve Austin. This place is filled with all sort of stuff. Look at this. We got a chase within the chase. Some Xbox games. There's a Super Nintendo game hidden behind there. NBA All-Stars.
Definitely a good amount of action type figures. Star Wars, like I said before, Funko Pops. Funko Pops are the shovelware of toys. Now that said, I've got a handful of Pops. Of course, one of my favorite franchises, Back to the Future, Little Mermaid, some Star Wars, of course, Ready Player One. I'm not immune to it. They've done a good job in, licensing everything. You can't fault them for that. I think Funko Pop's definitely, following in the footsteps of the Dunny of yore from Kid Robot, if you've ever heard of them.
Look at all this VHS goodness. Oh my gosh. Record of Lodos. Vengeance of the Space Pirate. Clash of the Bionoids. Ranma 1/2. Vampire Hunter D. Lupin the Third, although it says Rupon the Third.
And of course, it wouldn't be a day out in any arena if there weren't a giant wall of VHS. Didn't see too much at first glance, some Pokemon stuff, Ninja Turtle stuff, but nothing really worth gawking at. I did see some Pocahontas glasses hiding there in the corner though. I will say there was a couple of anime that he came across that was pretty cool. Lupin the Third, that Vampire Hunter, ooh, that could be something to pick up. You know, some anime stuff. Of course, if it's anime, yeah, let's go for it. And it's old, and it's VHS. The only thing that really trumps anime on VHS is probably anime on Laserdisc. Let me know.
Look at all this stuff, my beautiful chasers. Look at all this stuff.
And then we stumble on some handhelds. There's some fun stuff in the case. There was a One Piece Special Edition 3DS XL. There was an interesting purple and green Game Boy Advance SP with like a reshell. That was pretty cool looking. An OG Game Boy reshell, pretty sweet. Definitely looking at that blue Game Boy Pocket translucent. If it's clear, if it's glittery, give it to me. I need it. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy. Yum, yum, yum. Give it to me. I need it. I need it in me. I need it inside of me. Some modded handhelds for sure. And a white PSP Go right there at the end. Ooh, baby. I've never had a PSP Go, and I don't think I've ever actually played on one either, so.
Top Gun CIB, $30. 1942 CIB, $85.
Boy, I know Rad Chaser is salivating right now.
And now I'm salivating. I see a couple of NES games CIB behind the glass there. Top Gun, complete in the box. 1942.
Super Star Wars CIB 170. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time CIB 125.
Super Star Wars for the Super NES. Yeah, whatever. It's nice to see some boxed games. Not really my thing. SNES is while I did also grow up with a SNES, the NES is my jam. It's my jimmy. It's at the tippy top. It's at the top of the pile. Top of the pile for you. I saw Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in the box, complete in the box. Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. It used to be called Paper Mario the $1,000 Game, but I think it's definitely come down in price. Lots of common NES titles for sure. That was nice to see. A couple of Super Nintendos, Sega Genesis, even some PlayStation commons. Good stuff to see out in the wild. Bunch of PSP games. Now, you don't really see a lot of PSP games out and about, so that was pretty sweet to see as well. More common stuff, nothing crazy. I did see some Final Fantasy in there, so if it's an RPG, I'll take it. Give me whatever format it is. Give me whatever system, console, variation, whatever. Give it to me. I'll chase it down. Give me another copy of it. I'll chase it down, no cap. On God.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 puncher here. Dragon Quest 9, $55. Final Fantasy 3, 4, 18, 28. Final Fantasy 4, Heroes of Light. Final Fantasy Rhino.
That Sega Saturn in the box, looking extra tasty crispy. I've never had a Saturn. I do tend to confuse Saturn and Dreamcast every time I talk about either one of them.
Yeah, did I say Saturn? I meant Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast.
I've got a Japanese Dreamcast, I've got an American Dreamcast, so lots of dreams being cast over here. Not much around the rings of Saturn. $325 on a Sega Saturn in box, is that a good price? Let's check price charting and see what it says. PS2 with the hard drive on it, you don't see that too often. $100 for the PS2 with the hard drive on it, that could be something. I don't know. I've already got a PS2 and I've already got my the original hard drive I got when I decided I wanted to play Final Fantasy XI online back in the day.
All Alright, Chaserinos, here's the action. I am on the hunt for a PS3. I did a little bit of research. Optimally, I've been looking for one of the Fat Boys that has the PS2 compatibility as well as the PS1 compatibility. And then I really did some thinking, and I just thought to myself, not really a whole lot on PS2 that I actually want to be playing. It would be nice to have compatibility, but the other problem that comes with the old Fat Boys is that they are notoriously unreliable. I'm in this for the games, so I don't need a clunky hardware gumming me up. So I decided I'm gonna look for one of the PS Slims, maybe one of the Ultra Slims, I don't know. Unfortunately, we didn't find anything that was quite within our price range. We did find a pretty sweet CIB PS3. It came with a whole move system. I don't really need the move system. I know they're out there. I'm just trying to find one where the price is right. No luck today, but I'm hopeful for the future. I found one the first place I looked, so you know, things are looking up.
Now, on first glance, a lot of these prices look a little high, a little elevated. Maybe that's just the thriftiness talking, the thrill of the cheap chase. Son of Chaser, how do you feel about the prices?
Well, Chasers, this place had a lot of really cool finds. A little too rich for Son of Chaser there. I gotta fall on a budget a little bit here, but we're gonna keep chasing them regardless.
Well, I gotta tell you, Chasers, this place was loaded with hidden treasures as far as the eye could see. We're talking CIBs, loose games, consoles, handhelds, you name it. Toys, and any other thing that you could think of. Pretty sweet for an antique shop, if I have to say so myself. I can't wait to bring Rad Chaser back here so we can get some proper chasing going. Final thoughts about the Feedstore and Antique Collectibles. This place was incredible. So many options, so many choices. Honestly, this place is a hidden gem. I couldn't believe that in your usual thrift store where you're gonna find, you know, essentially the stuff that accumulates after somebody dies and they clean out their house or whatever. This place was loaded with toys, games, video games, VHS and DVDs, you name it. This place was incredible. Can't wait to bring Rad Chaser back here because, man, he's gonna get a kick and maybe find something that he could check off of his list. Well, gang, that's gonna do it for Son of Rad Chaser here. We had an incredible time at the Feedstore Antique and Collectibles Mall in Ellenton, Florida. Can't wait to go back again. Can't wait to bring Rad Chaser with me. This place was incredible, and you guys are incredible too. So remember, gang, this is the Son of Rad Chaser. I call myself that for some reason, and until then, keep chasing them. You guys.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode, friends. Thank you so much for spending time with me and my brother who calls himself Son of Rad Chaser for some reason. He's doing God's work out there in the field, found some good finds. He's taking his own advice of ABC, always be chasing. Can't wait to check this place out for myself, the Feedstore Antique and Collectibles Mall in Ellenton, Florida. And we're going to end it on that, so thank you so much, my beautiful chasers, and please, please, please continue to chase them.
I love Rad Chaser. He is handsome and smart.
Something.